Hello, everybody. My name is Coach Promise, and in this video, you are going to be learning how to create the first book out of the 10 books I promised to teach you for these 10 days. So today is day one, and in day one, according to the outline that you must have seen before now, we are going to be learning how to create the very first book out of the 10 books I promised to teach you for free. So before we go into the book, before seeing this video, you must have learned how to create your USA bank account. I'll give you I must have given you two alternatives, okay? And then also you must have created your Amazon KDP account. So while I was teaching you how to create the USA bank account, remember at the end of this class, you're going to be going with a souvenir, or you can call it a giveaway. It's still the same thing that is worth a lot. It's worth a lot, and I'm going to be giving you the access to that wonderful souvenir for free. Believe me, it's worth it. What you're going to be going with at the end of this class is massive. Okay. And why I taught you when you were learning how to create your USA bank account, I gave you step one. Before you can get the souvenir on the last day, there are 3 steps, and the last day is the 4th step where you're going to get it finally. So there are 3 steps, and step 1 is making sure you get that card. Okay, I showed you how to get the card without having to spend even up to 400 naira or 200 naira, or you might even end up spending nothing. You understand? So make sure you get the card. Make sure. It is very, very extremely important. You're not going to pay for anything, but it's going to be essential. You're going to see how you're going to use it to get access. Okay, so it's going to be very, very essential for the giveaway. It's going to be done in 4 steps, and getting the card is step 1. So as the class moves further, you'll see step 2 and step 3 before step 4 on the final day. So make sure you complete step 1 so that when it's time for step 2, you'll not be left hanging. So make sure you try and get the card as soon as possible. Okay, so in this class, you're going to be learning how to create your very first book out of the 10 books I promised. So what you're going to do is that you're going to open your browser. I think for phone users, what I'm going to do is that after dropping or before dropping this video, I must have given you, no, I think I should do it after. It will be only wise after. I'll give you a guide, okay, because it's kind of tedious, I'll make this one, then come and make again for phone users when it's almost the same interface. So what I'm just going to do is that I'm going to create a video for phone users where I'm going to explain everything that's different. Okay, I'm not going to remake the books on phone. What I'm just going to do is that I'm going to explain the interface is exactly the same. You understand? That is like for the tool we are using to create these 10 books. The interface is exactly the same, but just a little things, some few things that are quite different on the phone app. So I'm just going to create a video where I'll explain, those things that are different on phone for you. You understand? So now, first you're going to open your browser. So the browser I'm going to be using is Google Chrome, and that's what I advise most of you to use. If you're following this class and you're using laptop or phone, the browser I want you to use is Google Chrome. Please don't use another browser, because it's Google Chrome I'm using to teach you. So if you come to me with questions and you use another browser, I won't really know how to, respond to you. You understand? So the browser I'm suggesting for you to use is Google Chrome. I am very sure it's available on Apple devices. So now what you're going to do, you're going to come here and type www.canva.com. www.canva.com. So you're going to click enter. You see, this is the interface, this is the home page and everything. So you're going to come here, the top right here, and click sign up. Okay, so log in or sign up in seconds. So if you have Google on your phone already, you can do this, but just for ease of access, I'll advise you click continue with email. So you're going to click this and then you type in your email there. So okay, then you click continue. So a little captcha is going to come up where you have to solve. For those that don't know what a captcha is, it's just a little puzzle that you're meant to solve to prove that you're human. Select all the squares with traffic lights. Okay, so they are saying log into your account using this. You have to select a password. So I'm just going to put in a password there. Password of your choice. So you click login, crosswalks, same thing. Okay. Okay, I guess this email, I have used it in creating a Canva account before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out another email. Okay. I think hope that's it. Can't really remember. I already have an account here, so I need to like start from the beginning to benefit everybody that's coming new. So that's why. Okay, good. So when you put your email, they'll come here and tell you to type your name. So I'm just going to use a random name. Let's say James. And then you're going to check your email for a code. Okay, so they are going to send a code to your email. So you're going to let me open my email real quick. Okay, so now when you open your Gmail, this is what you're going to see, an email from Canva. So you open it, then you copy this, your code, and paste here. Beautiful. So now we are inside Canva. Okay. So I'm just going to wait for the interface to load. Beautiful. So now, what will you be using Canva for? Large companies, students, non-profits, personal, teacher, small business. So what you're going to do is you're going to click personal. Okay. And then try Canva Pro for free. So we're going to be using the free version of Canva. Okay. I remember I told you everything in this class is going to be completely free. So I'm trying my best to avoid you making payments for anything while trying to create these 10 books. So my promise to you was that you're going to be learning how to create 10 books for free, meaning that you're not going to be paying anything. So every tool that I'm using, you're going to be using the free version. Okay, you can still do what you want to do with the free version. Understand? So you're going to click maybe later. Okay, beautiful. You see, Canva welcomes you. So you see how Canva is. The interface is really, really nice. So now, in today's class, you are going to be learning how to create the first book. And the first book I'm going to be teaching you how to create is a wedding planner book. A wedding planner book. Now, wedding planner book is very large. It's very broad, and if you actually want to go in depth into how to create a wedding planner book, this video is going to take up to 3 hours. So now I'm just going to tell you the components of a wedding planner book. Okay, so let me see if I think I should have sticky notes here. Okay, beautiful, I have it. Okay, so now in a wedding planner, okay, before you even start in Amazon KDP, before you start creating a book, there's something called the planning phase, that point where I must have taught you during the overview, on the introduction stroke overview. The planning phase where you plan the book you want to make. So this is the planning phase. In the planning phase, you pick up the book and then break it down into segments and bits so that you know what you're doing. You understand? So now, since we are making a wedding planner book, you have to break down, okay, what is inside the wedding planner book normally? You understand? What am I doing? So now, inside the wedding planner book, these are all the important pages. That's like a whole big wedding planner book. There'll be a section for the guest list. That's the list of all the people that are going to come, or all the guests you're expecting. The wedding budget in general. There's going to be a section for the expense tracker, the table layout planner, wedding timetable, table layouts for normal table layouts, wedding timetable, that's the timetable of the whole wedding event, vendor contact sheet, all the vendors this is like a place where you can write all their contacts so that you contact them and call them. Groomsmen, to avoid unnecessary disappointment, you have their number so that when you reach that day and you don't see anybody, you call, or maybe before the day you call, hello, see what's going on, or how far, menu planner for the food, music planner for the food, weekly planner, the weekly schedule of everything that's going to happen in the wedding, the daily planner, the notes for random notes. So now you can see that if we want to start creating each and every one of these sections, we are not going to leave here. So what you can do, and it will still sell, is that instead of you to make the whole thing, which I'm not saying you shouldn't, me what I do, because this thing is actually going to consume time, it can take up to 4 hours of your time trying to create out all these things. So when I did mine, I actually added everything, but to save time, I'm just going to teach you a particular one. You can decide to make an expense tracker. You understand? Expense tracker, wedding expense tracker. You make it, and so if someone is buying, they're knowing, okay, this book is just particular for expense tracking. I don't know if you understand. Remember, jack of all trades, master of none. So if you just pack everything like that, it can still sell. Oh, it's not which one is it will still sell ruggedly. But to save time, okay, you can also make an expense tracker. You understand? Why? Because anybody that's coming on Amazon to look for an expense tracker will find your book. They might not type wedding this thing planner. You understand? They might come because okay, maybe they're having issues with maybe extravagant spending during wedding and all. So they can now come and search for an expense tracker, like an expense tracker book on Amazon. So what I'm going to be teaching you today is a wedding expense tracker. Okay, so you're going to be learning how to create a wedding expense tracker. So you can decide to create a wedding guest list book, or a wedding budget book, or a wedding expense tracker book. Table layout planner is just a single page, so it cannot really come as a book. Wedding timetable is a single page, so it can't really come as a book. Vendor contact sheet as a book too. Groomsmen contact sheet as a book. Menu planner, well, that can come as a book too, sha. Music planner is a single page stuff. Weekly planner is a single page. Daily notes, random notes. So we are going to be learning how to create an expense tracker. So we go back to our Chrome. So now what you're going to do, you're going to come here, click create a design, then you come down and click what? Custom size here. So you select that. Now this part. Okay, so this our wedding expense tracker book. Another thing during your planning you have to take note of is the size of the book. So what you're going to do, you're going to come here, change this from pixels to inch. from PX to IN. Okay, so you change this from pixel here to inch. Good. So our book is going to be, since it's quite large, we'll choose 8.5 inches against 11 inches. Then you click what? Create a new design. Beautiful. So this is our work area. Okay, so remember, we are making a wedding expense tracker. So you just keep this tower, and then so we're going to start. Okay, I've forgotten to talk about something. Now, a book, okay, a normal sensible book. And for the people that attended my initial 2 classes, I'm very, very sorry that I didn't put this part. Okay, a book, okay, is not just meant to start from the main content. You're meant to have the title page, the copyright page, the table of content, the introduction page, and then before you now have the main content. You understand? The main body of the book. So all those 4 pages are called preliminary pages. You understand? So we are just going to, make the body first. Then later we can add the preliminary pages. You understand? So now what I want you to do is, first you come here. This is the menu. Phone users, your menu is going to be down here. I'll make a special video for that one, showing you the different things on phone. Okay, so now you come here to text, and then you click add heading. So I'm going to be calling this wedding expense tracker. Okay, wedding expense tracker. So you drag that and keep here. So it's a wedding stuff, so we have to make it a little bit more stylish. So if you noticed something, if I hover a little bit, you see some borders. Okay, see this part here. You see this guideline and borders. That's one thing I like about Canva. Canva will always help you to position your elements well in a particular document, and also it also gives respect to bleed. Now, before sending this video, I must have explained bleed to you. So if you can see this part here, you can see that purple line. Now this other part here is going to be classified as bleed. Whether you select it or not, you understand what I mean in the video on publishing I'm going to be sending on the 10th day. So just try as much as possible to keep your work inside this purple space. Okay, so wedding expense tracker. So I'm going to try and change the fonts to something more, let's see, something that can fit for that kind of thing. No. Okay, you see all these fonts that they are showing yellow crowns beside it. That is strictly for Canva Pro users. So the ones that they are not showing the yellow crown are the ones we can use for free. So I'm just going to look for something that we can manage here. Alexa. No way. Oh, okay. I think I know what to do. No. I'm just looking for something that we can manage that's a little bit more stylish and bold at the same time. No. I think we'll just go back to the fonts we were using before. Or maybe one of these ones up here. Let me pause the video while I search for a proper font. Okay, so I don't really want to, delete the video while trying to search for perfection. So we'll just manage this for now. Maybe later I can, So now this is the title. So now what again will we need? Remember, it's an expense tracker. So this expense tracker, obviously, whosoever that is doing it will also need, a okay. So now in this wedding expense tracker, what are the main things that an expense tracker is meant to, have? Remember, you're tracking expenses. So the person would want to know the type of expense, what's like just you this is still under the planning phase. You just have to do like some critical thinking. If you're trying to track your expense, what would you actually want to know about a particular expenditure? So me, I want to know the type of expense. I also want to know, like, what did I spend on, how was it spent. I also want to know the amount that was spent, and also want to know my balance at hand after that expense was made. So what you're going to do, okay, is that now let's add a new note. So our table is going to have dates. It's also going to have, let's say, category. It's also going to have description. It's also have, obviously, amount, and then balance. Okay, so this with this I think we are good to go. So now what you're going to do is that you come here to elements, and then you type table, table, table. Then this will come out. So you choose, if you click see all, you see different styles of tables. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm not saying you should do the exact same thing. You can decide to use your own style. Okay, I'm just showing you how it's done so you can make it finer. So I think I'll go with this. Okay, that means the theme of my everything. Go with this. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's going to be 5. So that means I'll need to add extra 2 more. So what you're going to do is that you select the table, then come up here, then click plus again. I don't know if you saw what I just did. Let me go back. 1, 2. You select the table, then you come to this top edge here. This plus will appear. If you see downside, if you want to add, like, I think these are columns. Okay, so to add a row, rows are horizontal, our columns are vertical. So to add a row, you come down here, click plus. To add a column, you come down here. So we need like 2 extra columns. So what we're going to do is you come here, 1, 2. So you see that is a total of 5 columns. So what you're going to do is that you extend this to fit in there. Okay, so now what you're going to do again, you drag this up. See, you select this and drag it up a bit. Good. Let's zoom in. So here is going to be what? Date. Here is going to be what? Category. Here is going to be what? Description. Here is going to be what? Amount and balance. Beautiful. So now you're going to adjust it to how the size could possibly be. So obviously date, I don't really think date is actually going to consume a lot of space like that. Category, well, it might consume now description. Obviously there's a lot to talk about in description. How was the money spent? We want to know. Then balance, I might decide to reduce the font for balance so that I can enter. I hope you saw how I reduced font. Let's go back. So you highlight it or select it by double clicking, or you can highlight the normal way. Then you come here and reduce the font. So I'm just going to reduce the font so you can enter. Balance, amount, description is going to take a lot. So reduce that. Category, I think I'll reduce it to okay, I know this is not going to be too visible when printed out, so yes. So now let's zoom out. Beautiful, you can see it's almost coming to life. So now you're going to be moving this up. Oh, dates, I think I'll give date some space too. Okay, so this should be enough space for someone to write whatever he wants to write for that particular date. Then so you see we need more space. So what you're going to do again, add one more column and drag that up, add one more. You saw what I did. You come to a line here, you see a plus beside it, you add. So this is going back. Just bring it up a little bit. So let's go back. So remember, we have to try and stay in between. I don't know if you saw what I just did. You've seen that line come out again. If you carry it up, it will disappear. That's like the guideline. So we have to try and make all our work to be inside here. So we're just going to come here again, select this line. Okay, plus. Beautiful. So you see that this is going to be a single unit, a single page of our wedding expense tracker. Okay, so you see it's, let me zoom in so I can look at it. So okay, let's extend this. This person will write the date here, write the category, let's say okay, food or music or whatever, write the description of what, okay, so this is how it was spent, blah 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 blah, the amount, then the balance. So let's carry this up a little bit. Beautiful. So that is really lovely. So now we can add some extra design. So you can come to elements and type think floral. Okay. Okay, so you type floral and then these elements will come out. So you're going to come to graphics, click see all. So you're going to see how I'm going to do it now. So let's see. All these ones that you're seeing, this yellow crown, is for pro users. The one that doesn't have the yellow crown is free. So let me see. Okay, let's just go with this one I saw up here. For something really fine. Okay, let's just go with this one. Okay, so now when you bring it into your workspace, this is what you're going to do. You're going to double click it. When you double click it to open the cropping window, or I think if you right click, okay, you just have to double click it. I think there used to be a crop menu there. So when you first okay, you can still do this way. You double click it, then you drag it to half, and then you click any random space. To now crop it to a single this thing. You can now place it there. Then you now click this image. You see, if you click a particular element or anything, you see where you can duplicate it. This thing that is here, duplicate. So we're going to click this, then click duplicate. It will now create a new, like the same copy. So you're now going to come here and click flip horizontally. You see? Wow. So that is not too much stress. Wedding expense tracker. Okay, let me bring that down a little bit. Okay, wedding expense tracker. So this is very, very simple. So now depends on the number of pages that you planned your book to be. Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to carry the first you come down here, click add new page. You come click this whole table, select the whole table, then you should see duplicate code. You select the whole table, you come up here, see duplicate. So as you duplicate like that, don't deselect, I beg you, the move code. It's still like that, you just drag it. I've deselected. Okay, if you mistakenly deselect, just select any random space. You should see this cross something. So you hold the cross something like that, then carry the second table, then bring it and come and place it here. You see now. So you now arrange it so it's going to be in. You see that line I used to tell you about. So you just put it so it can be in that space. It will fit. So you can now come add row. Sorry. Click. If you don't see that plus, you can just select any random space, and then click here, add row. To add the row down, do the same thing again. So you check whether it's inside. If it's not inside, you arrange it. Okay, so that is inside and well placed. So now, as you've made the initial page and then this other page, you can now start duplicating this one. So you come here, click duplicate pages, page 3, page 4, like that. You duplicate it to the number of pages you want. You see, it's very easy, very easy. So like that, you now have up to these 12 pages now, page 12. So you can keep duplicating to maybe 30 pages. You see, no stress. You're not going to start making individual pages. You just make 2 pages and then duplicate the second one all through. You understand? So did you write anything while trying to create this? Nope. So I told you people, you're not going to be needing any writing skills at all. So now as you've created all this, what you're going to do, you're going to come up here to this top right, to this top right, and then click add page. Going to add in 4 pages. Okay, let's say 3, because this kind of book, you don't really need a table of content. We all know what is inside. So you're going to need, we are only going to have like 3 preliminary pages. So when you add 3 blank pages, I'll now need you to come to this first page. Then you see these arrows here, this place where you see move down. You move it down, move it down, move it down again. You move it down so that all these 3 pages can go up and become number 1, 2, and 3. So now in page 1, that is your title page. So title page, carry head text. Let me do that so that I can understand. You come to text, click this, add a heading. Then you can come write my wedding expense tracker. Can customize the text, change it to any font you want. Okay, that's quite no, you can customize it anyhow you want to. If my font choice is now I'm just trying to like show you what to do now. So I'm not actually like selecting any, I'm not taking my time. So let me just go with this, my wedding expense tracker. So here you can put your pen name. I'm going to be explaining pen name during the publishing video, so you know what to do. So you put that like that. You can add an effect to make it fine. So you select this, then you come to effects, click effect. So depends on whatever effect you want to add. You get. My effect is not fine. You can do your own. I'm just doing this for you to, understand what to do. My wedding expense tracker. You can even add some fine. You come to elements, look for fine stuff, and just add to spice it up. No, not this. Look for something that's black and white and free. This is going out. Okay, this is actually affecting my eye. Let me change the effect. Okay, that's manageable. And then okay, if you select a particular element, let me zoom in. You see this one now. No, we're not going to use that one. Looking somehow. Okay. Now, if you select a particular element like this now, you can actually change the color for some of them, but for some other ones, you can't change the color. So we can carry this and just extend it like this. My wedding expense tracker. Bring it down. Okay. Beautiful. So can now come. Then I could write my author name up here. See what I did? I went to text too. So my author name, sorry, could be this is what we call a pen name. Or let me just talk briefly about it. Now, when you're publishing a book, you can decide not to use your name. Nobody's going to penalize you. Just for the sake of okay, it's Americans that are going to be seeing this book, and no, okay, not just Americans, but like foreigners. It's mainly foreigners. So to avoid, some form of, should we say, victimization or racism. No, victimization is not the word to use there. Racism. I usually advise people to use a pen name. Okay, pen name is just like using a name that's not your own. It's more like a stage name. Let's say you're publishing a book, you use that particular name. Many people do it. Okay, even in the normal music world, all these musicians like Burna Boy, Fowls, them. Those are not their actual names. Those are like stage names that they are using, but like nobody's penalizing them. So it's also allowed in book creation. So my name is Ewongobasi. Okay, English translation promise, but I'm not going to use that because imagine buying a book, an American buying a book and seeing Ewongobasi, like what the fuck, who's this nigga? You understand? So I'll want to use something more English. So I could say Ben Ben Anderson. Ben Anderson. So Ben Anderson, you expand it, you select it, then like make it big, you bolden it. Essential, put it in there. Ben Anderson, my wedding exercise book. Or you could bring this, you could carry this wedding what do you call it? You could carry it and keep up. Or let me do like this. This still works for a title page, but we could do like this. You select this, this stuff, you flip it vertically. Okay, then we bring this up here, then my wedding tracker, then Ben Anderson. Okay, let's carry this higher. Okay, I feel this is much more beautiful. Then you bring this Ben Anderson. Wonderful. So to fill some space here, could add more floral elements, like let's see this. You can rotate it. You see this button here, you can use it to rotate. So looking for how I can fit it in. Duplicate, come here, rotate it this way. just to make it blend and be fine, that kind of thing. Reduce this a little bit. Wonderful title page, my wedding expense tracker. So here is the copyright page. So what you're just going to do in the copyright page, you're just going to write copy, select text box and add it. Copyright, then so you're going to write copyright and drag it up. So you write you write copyright. So if you have the copyright symbol on your keyboard, you can insert it here as text, but I don't have it here. So all you're going to do is that you're going to come to elements, then type copyright symbol, then this will come out. So you just select anyone there, then adjust it. If you're using phone, you find it's there. Adjust it to that size. Okay. So let's put this in the center. Copyright C, copyright symbol, zoom that in. Copyright. Then you can duplicate this and edit it, or you add a new text box. Okay. So you put the year. This year is 2023, and you drag it in. And then what's the name of our author again, or my pen name? Ben Anderson. So that's how it's meant to be. So just going to select this, select everything, then bring it inside. So I can adjust this so everything can fit into our what font size is this? 25. You saw what I just did there. I wanted to make this the same size with this, so I just selected this, checked the font size here, then came here and made it the same so that it could be the same. I don't know what we're doing. So okay, this and see, make that small. So yes, copyright that, put it in the center. So introduction. So here you could just write a brief stuff. We'll name this introduction. Before this page, you're meant to have table of contents, but since everything inside is the same thing, so I won't really put it. Then you come here, introduction. So you could just write something brief. You don't need to have any writing skill, just little story. Say okay, let's say I wish you could just write a little wish. Let's say may your no you could just see something about the what they call it, the expense tracker. Let's see, manage your expenses properly with my wedding expense tracker. You are about to say bye bye to extravagance and walk into a life of proper financial management. It's just something I'm drafting up now, but you can do way better. Okay, so beautiful. Just drop that there. Just a brief introduction. It could be a letter telling who. Okay. Happy happy married life in advance. So you can put an emoji, heart emoji. Okay. So it's married life in advance. So yeah, that is it. Very, very neat stuff. So you add all the pages you need, and then you see we have our title page, copyright, introduction, and then the main content. Tada! So we are done with our wedding expense tracker book. So what you're going to do is that you're going to come here. Okay, let me try and make this up to how many pages. Okay, in total it's 23 pages. So let me try and make it up to 100. So I'm just going to I'll keep duplicating this page until it's 100. I'm just going to pause the video until we duplicate up to 100. So yeah, we have finally made 100 pages, and our book is 100 pages. So yes, that's it. So now what you're going to do, they are now going to come here and click share, and then you click here. When you share, you come down, you click download, and then file type, select PDF print. So all 100 pages. And then if you're a pro user, I would have told you to select this one, but since we are using the free version, just use this for now. So click download. So when you click download, it will download your PDF of 100 pages to your system. Look at it here. Good. So we are done with the manuscript. So now let's go to the cover. Okay. Obviously, a book has cover, manuscripts now. So what we're expecting? Sorry. So now the cover for this our wonderful book is not going to be the same size with the interior. So what you're going to do, you're going to come, open a new tab, then you type www.booko.com, and this is where it's open. So you can select your KDP cover template. Not even you can. This is KDP cover template generator. You select that. So now, what's the book type? You come down and then you select what's the book type, paperback with The width of our book was what? 8.5. The height was how many? 11. 8.5 against 11. Page count was what? 100. Just ignore these ones. Ignore here. So you type your email address. So CP7 series test. Maybe 5 in the email side. CP7 tests email at gmail.com. So you type the email again here. And then you click consent to send to email. Check this to confirm you want us to send it. You check that. Then email. So remember, this website is going to be giving you a cover template so that you know the size of cover, the cover size you're going to use. So their service is actually very free. But if you want to like tell them to send you a template, they'll ask for a little donation, which you can decline. So top $10, you select here, maybe next time. If you don't select this maybe next time, just email me the template. They'll go and they'll open you a PayPal what do you call it, interface. So if you see a PayPal interface, that means you must have not checked maybe next time. So you click maybe next time and then click continue. So if you click that, your template is going to be sent to your email. Your KDP cover template is on its way. So you come here, open your email, then see it, Steve. So you select that, then come down here. So you download this one. Then you open it. So now I'm going to show you important figures. Now when you open it, you see this part, the full cover size including bleed. Here, hi, I wish I could draw something. Okay, this place here, good. These are the important figures we are using. So what did they say here? Let's zoom in for you. Like I'll zoom in so much. Okay, 17.475 against 11.250. So you come here, back to Canva, come home, click home. When you click home, yeah, when you click home, this is beautiful. When you click home, you come and click create a design, custom size. So you change this from pixels to inches, then you come back. What did they say? 17.475. Click 17.475 against what? 11.250. 11.250. Then click create a new design. So you see it's much larger and longer now. So now what I want you to do first, so that you will know the middle of this thing. So you know the middle of this whole document. You come here to elements and type line, LINE. You type line. Let me do that again. Excuse me. Type LINE. Then you select a line. So when you come here, you click this rotate button. As you're rotating, you'll be seeing the degree. So you just rotate it until it's straight. Okay. So when it's straight like that, you extend it. Wow, this was perfect. If it's here on this other side, all I'll need you to do is to select the line and come to position. When you click position, you click position, this is going to come out. You now click center to now carry it to the center. So now we know that this part is the front side of the cover and this side is the back side of the cover. This is how the cover is. It's not like one front cover, it's like the front and back joined together, and then the book is now going to stay in the middle. This is the front and then this is the back. So when they are making the book, they're just going to fold this to then put the book inside the middle here. You get? So now this is the, like, imagine folding this thing outward. I don't even know how to explain it for you. Just know that this is the front and this is the back. When they are folding it, they'll fold it like, maybe I might send a video explaining how they'll fold it, but just know that the right side is the front and this other side is the back. So now we're going to be designing our cover. So could give you some tips and tricks that will save you stress for cover. You're using Canva, and okay, this is meant to be for CP7 certified students alone, but let me just spill it. A way you can reduce the stress for cover rather than, going to start creating a whole cover from beginning, carrying each element and dragging and putting. Just come to design, come to template. Type, let's say, wedding planner. Let's say wedding okay. All these templates here on Canva are free to use, very free to use template. So you could just carry any one. I love this one actually. If I don't find a better one, I'll come back to that one. Okay, I haven't found a better one. And where is it? You carry this. Chill. Our line has gone back. Oh, okay. As you click that one now, I'll show you what you're going to do. So you come here, come back to element, type line again. Our line has disappeared, or is behind this template we dropped. You turn it straight, and do that, and do this, so you know the middle. So you know this is the front page and that's the back page. So you carry this. So what's the name of our book? My wedding expense tracker. So you could do this, then bring this here. So you see everything is in one side. So as you select the text like this, you can come here and click this alignment and change it. You see it's changing central, right, left, central. So this font is not really so visible like that. So look for something. Okay, this is quite manageable. My wedding expense tracker. So you delete this, okay, this up here. Remember, try and stay inside the lines. So my wedding expense tracker. If you don't stay inside these lines, if you publish your book on Amazon, instead of publishing your book, they tell you that your book is now back on draft. Know that one of something you must have not followed this line or one of my instructions you have not followed. So my wedding expense tracker. So I could also, okay, you also add the author name, Ben Anderson. So I could just squeeze that somewhere here. Okay, just be tiny. Ben Anderson. Okay. So what again would you want to add? Let me see if this would work. Expense. Let's see. So it's for pro users. How the sensible clip arts are for pro users. Pardon me, please. Let's just leave it like that. What I actually wanted to say is just add an element that is that relates to expense tracking, but since we have not really seen any sensible thing, we could just leave it like that. So we delete the line. So my wedding expense tracker. Okay, that works for a cover. Let me see if there's another font. Please, I'm so sorry about my font issues. Just that I'm used to using Canva Pro, not the free version, so I'm not really used to the free fonts. Go back to what I used before. So yeah, that works. That's simple. That's okay. You don't have to kill yourself on top cover. This, you see, you didn't even spend much on cover. You get, you can still, if you have a cover design at hand. Remember, I'm trying to make this easier for you since you're just starting. Okay, I do this sometimes. Also, sometimes when I want to make a very, very important book, I actually take my time to design the covers myself. Okay, rather than just picking a template and editing it. You understand? So you can do this to save you time, or you can actually make your own cover yourself. But just take note that the text the text has to show very well. Let me just tell you something. When your book, let me even open Amazon and show you something so that you understand the importance of making your text big. Amazon.com. Okay, so we'll just search here book. I don't want to see any personalized. Where is books? Okay, good. You see how this book is just this small place? Can you read? You see, you cannot read this text that are here, but you can read this: the fortunes of jaded women. You can read the everlasting meal. You can't read this, but you can read change your brain every day. That is the same thing here. Don't let the fact that this is big deceive you. When your book is published, it's just this part that's going to show. Look at it here. The other side is at the back, but it's not showing here. It's just this front side that's going to show. So wait, let's go back. It's just here, and you can see it's much more like this. You see, as I zoomed it outwards, you can still read my wedding expense tracker. So imagine you now come and reduce the font and make it small. When they publish your book, when people are scrolling through Amazon like this, they'll not be able to read what it is. You understand? They'll not be able to read what it is. So it is very, very important to make sure that this is big and clear and bold and visible. You understand? So like that, we're done. So you share. If it's not fine, you can do something finer. This is just for illustration. Please, I am begging you in the name of God. I'm just showing you how it is done. When you're doing your own, I want to see creativity. I want to see you using something different. Try out different things. At the end of this class, I'm going to be giving an assignment. So when you're turning up, I want to see, different things. I want to see, don't worry, till the end. So you come here, you click share. You come here, you click share. When you click share, you scroll down, click download. We're still downloading the cover as PDF print. It's actually the same, download everything. You download it. Then boom. So I'm just going to go to my downloads now for you to see everything. So this tool here, my wedding plan, expense tracker, my wedding. Okay, I'm just going to rename it. This is the cover. Wedding expense tracker, cover, and then here manuscript. What I would advise you to do is create a file and just keep both of them till the last day. So that is it too. That is it. It's all about creating your very own wedding expense tracker. So the assignment for today's class is very, very simple. I want you to create your wedding expense tracker cover and send for me. Please, 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 please. Let me show you something. If you come to elements, you see all these elements that has pro. If you use it, it will show. It will allow you to use it, but Canva's watermark will be on it. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's just put this here. You see, as it is now in the design, everything is fine. No, it's entering well. But if I share it, let's click download PDF print. You see, your design contains premium content. Unlock for our entire content library of blah 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 blah. Okay. You see, there'll be a place they'll tell you download a free watermark draft. Because some of you, my previous class had strong head. So if you click that, they'll allow you to download it. I want to show you the consequence. Now, if you open this thing now, can you see? Let me zoom in for you. Have you seen it? Can you see the watermark Canva here? Can you see that this thing now that did not have all these stripes? Look at it here now. You don't see any stripe whatever. But because this is a pro element, when you export it, to have all these stripes. That's Canva's watermark. So you cannot use pro. You cannot use pro elements. Okay. You can't use pro element. So when you're submitting this thing for me, please make sure that you use the free elements that you don't see this pro something. Like this one now is free. You get elements that you don't see this pro, you can use them. Even for templates, it's the same thing. There's some templates that has this pro. So because you're not using Canva Pro yet, please don't use those ones. No matter how fine it is, don't use it. When you're exporting, Canva's watermark will be on it, and you'll not like the outcome. So that is it. So now let's open. Let me delete this thing I just downloaded. Okay. 2:20 a.m. 2:38. Okay. So we're going to delete this. So let's just take a look at our manuscript and see how it looks like. Mm, mm, oh yes. Mm, wow, it's very beautiful, right? Yeah. So that's it. So what's the assignment? I need the same thing in my DM. Same thing. Share. You know the same way to share. If you just download it, and then you can transfer it to your phone. Phone users, you can just share it directly to me. So I want to see what you've done so far. I want to see your turn ups. I want to see how everything is before the class tomorrow. Make sure you do it and send it for me. Tomorrow there'll be an assignment at the end of the class. So that is it. So yes, so that's it. So in today's class, by the end of this class, okay, let me start from this video. You've learned how to create your very own wedding expense tracker book, the manuscript, and the cover. I've also reviewed a CP7 certified trick for you. So just take that one as Jara. Understand? And also today you have learned how to create your very own USA bank account. Two alternatives. You must have completed the first step for the CP7 giveaway. I don't want to hear coach the giveaway. I not get it. This step one now. Make sure you complete it. Make sure you get the card. You've also learned how to create your Amazon KDP account. You must have created it. So that's all for today. Before tomorrow's class, please make sure you turn in your assignment so that I can see it and know that okay, we are progressing. So thank you very much. My name is Coach Promise.